think I can turn off the. Hold up. I'll share this here. Yeah, okay. Let me just make new tiers. Actually, hold up. I'm making. hmm Let me just put this up here. Like so, and yeah. The good characters tier list. I'll be doing something like that later. I mean, I could wait just until like. Let me see. Yeah, I have this thing here. I don't want that. How do I take it off? Hmm. Okay, but I have people watching. I'm gonna start this soon. Let me just share it here on another place here. I think I'll start it. I want to make a tier list. Uh, I mean, I will want to add the other characters, but I think yeah, I think this is the best characters in the game. The tier list of the best characters. Uh, the not the top 10, the top 12. Let me just put that up here. Top 12. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much set. I think y'all can hear me. Oh, the call of the Kirby's and I made that on purpose actually. I actually put the Kirby's on purpose like that. Anyways, out of the top 12, let me just put here which characters I'm ranking on this video. I'm gonna be ranking yeah, cutters included, bombs included, archer. These guys are going to be included in my top 12. Uh, yeah, these are my top 12. I'm going to rank them in the tier list. I'll start by what I believe to be the worst one out of these ones currently. I think Bomb is the worst because, like, Bomb is really good because he's just good into many characters. He's good into wrestler, he's good into Bell, not even bad into water. But the problem is, like Beetle, which is kind of funny since Beetle is like a low tier. Unlike Beetle, this character, like Beetle, I meant, this character is really bad into both of these two, and Fighter as well. Those characters are pretty good. I think Bomb isn't really a completely great character, but he's still good. He's still upper on the upper side. He's also going to Ninja, which is a really broken character. I'd say these characters in general. Bombi is also really he's good into many characters. He's not bad into many. I'd say just really has some bad matchups. Yo-Yo, Fighter, Gooey, Magalore, even these two not really good right into those. I think Bomb just has too many bad matchups for me to place him higher. And in general, I feel like Bomb could start getting countered eventually. I just can't agree with someone like Boyo on making on placing bomb higher like on the top 5 or something. I don't agree with that. I just think yeah, bomb is okay. Bomb is okay. I think he's pretty prime remainable. I'd say so. But maybe even adding some characters here, I'm not really sure. Afterwards, we get into Cutter. I think Cutter is the next worst character. Honestly, Cutter gets overrated and underrated at the same time because, like, in Japan, you can see Cutter getting ranked top 5, which is absolutely crazy. And we are over in Qatar, like the Japanese people are over in Qatar. But then I see Qatar in like close to low tier. I think I strongly underrated him back then, and I think many people these days are still underrating him like crazy. This character is nowhere near low tier because he's able to fight many characters. Sure, he's bad into a couple like Bell, War, and Wrestler, but he's good into many others too. Like he's decent into these two. He's decent. He's good into Yo-Yo Ninja and Meta Knight straight up. He's good into these two and Bomb. He's the main thing that's making me want to place him higher than Bomb is because he's just it isn't kind of, oh, I plus one or oh, I even with the characters that I'm good against. Even though you are good into those characters, you're only plus one in them. Cutter is a clear plus two into Meta Knight or something. Well, it's a really easy, really good matchup. Really good matchup into Yo-Yo as well. I'm pretty sure this is like plus one for Ninja. No, sorry, for Qatar. Plus one for Qatar. This is a clear win. So I think Qatar is still higher than Bomb. And we also can't forget that for a character that's picked as much as he is, this character is actually pretty good in my opinion. Uh, Anyways, I want to get into the next character, which is Archer. I'm pretty sure Archer is by far the best one. Like he's clearly top 10. He's always been top 10 for me. Pretty sure. Don't really remember the time where I placed him lower than that, unless I thought Cutter was higher than Archer. Outside of that, I really don't remember the time I placed Archer low because he's always been a good character. The dasher is really fast and he's really gone into many characters. He's capable of fighting tons of characters. And it's not like Bomb where, oh, I get minus two by like five different characters. No. Like Archer straight up gets minus two by these two, and that's at worst. At worst, he gets minus two by these two. The reason that I might not place him in the B tier is because I just think the B tiers here are really good too. I think these B tiers are also really good. Out of these characters, I think they are much superior because they have clearly DLC stuff. I don't think Archer has 100% DLC stuff, but he's really annoying to deal with sometimes. Like, truly, as a Bellmain, I need to say Archer is kind of annoying to deal with, as annoying as these characters. And I'm pretty sure for many characters, these characters are really annoying. I could consider placing him in the B tier though. Like he's good into Meta Knight, he's good into Maglar, he's good into Louis, he's good into Yo-Yo, good into Bell, good into Ninja, good into Fight. Into way of, oh, I'm going even, I'm winning slightly, I'm losing slightly, but I'm going to be able to fight all these characters. I think he might be B tier though, because like these characters feel significantly worse. These characters feel significantly worse than Archer. I think I might still place Archer in the B tier. Next up, we get into Fighter. On my last tier list, the character I'm gonna rank next is uh well was lower than Fighter. Right now, I don't think so, but I still think that character is in a B tier. Fighter is really good, really strong. As I've already said, he beats Bomb, he beats Beetle. That's really good, but as well, he's good into many characters. He's able to fight most of these, but not these two. Gooey's really bad matchup. Maglor is just forget it. It's probably the worst matchup you'll find between these ones. It's like minus 3.5 or something. I'm pretty sure it's really, really, really bad. Uh, I think fighter fighters' damage is really high. Uh, he deals tons of damage. In general, really good character. I think the fact that he beats so many characters, he's able to fight so many characters, he's able to go well into so much. He's one of the best counter picks for characters like Archer. I think I could consider placing Fighter here. The final character I'm gonna place in B tier, I think Ninja. Yeah, I think it goes well. This B tier goes well. I'm keeping Archer here. I'm keeping Archer here because Ninja is a really good character. He deals a lot of damage. He also has a low air puff thing, which is was a really underrated thing. Right now, it's being used more, and I'm glad because it's a really strong thing on Ninja. I think I think the fact that Ninja just deals that big of some damage is essential for him. The fact that he has an air counter that he can cancel into an air puff is really strong on him too. I think that itself just makes him higher fighter. But once again, he still has a problem, which is the matchups that he has. He loses to bomb. He loses to bombs. Yeah. He loses to Yo-Yo. He loses to Bell. He loses to Cutter. He loses to everyone. He loses to so many characters. I think that alone just sort of makes Ninja go in the worst side of things. I think still he's really good, but out of these characters, he just doesn't straight up win against anyone. He just has a couple of matchups lower that he's good against, but that's it. Like for the most part, he doesn't really win anything. He wins a couple of matchups, but not anything significant, in my opinion. So I'd say he keeps here. Also, he's able to interact. The fact that he's able to interact with everyone is pretty good, but I don't think it's anything meta changing. It's good, but it's not insane. So I think Ninja stays in the B tier. I think that should probably be my top five, my top 12. These characters are all going to be A tier, unless I change my mind about something, but I don't think I will. Also, the fact that Cutter isn't in the B tier, the main reason is because he's like bomb, but he has like three matchups in here which are really good. Though I think with some uh, with some effort, I'm pretty sure those characters will be able to fight Cutter, though. I don't think Cutter is anything big meta. I think, like, hold up, he's small meta. Small meta. Small meta. They have, like, they are slightly meta, but they aren't just giga meta. These characters are clearly, DLC ish. It's just DLC, really. Just DLC, all around. I feel like they are good. These are good, but they're not insane. I think. Afterwards, in the A tier, I think I'll start with no, not Meta Knight yet. Not Meta Knight yet. I think Water is still worse because like the thing with Water is like he's the most overrated character in NA. I don't think he's as overrated in Japan. I'm pretty sure he isn't. He deals pretty decent amount of damage. He also has the fact that he can constantly keep approaching you. His neutral is really good, but I just don't think that really affects his matchups higher. I mean, he's good into characters like Meta Knight. He's good into Yo-Yo, but he's bad into Bell, uh, Gui, and especially Wrestler and Magalar. The fact that he's so bad into the characters above him is just really what's making him worse, in my opinion. I think he's still really good though, but he might go lower. He might actually go lower. Even into these characters, he's still not that good. He's not great into bomb. He's not insane into either of these two. I don't think he's insane into both. He's good into Archer and Cutter. He's good into those. But I feel like that's probably around the only real thing that he's just giga countering. I think B tier honestly. And same thing with Meta Knight. Like I think these characters are still broken. I definitely still think these characters are broken. But I just think the A tiers and the S tiers, bro, they have potential to be solo mainable. Like S tier is solo mainable. These characters have straight up potential to be solo mainable in the way of I'm gonna be top three if you take one of my worst matchup away. Like if you exclude one character, I'm gonna be top three immediately. Like that type of thing. So I think Meta Knight, the thing with Meta Knight is like he's good into a ton of characters, but like he's so bad into Bell, bad into Wrestler, not that good into GUI. He's great into Magalar though. That's a big strength. That's a big strength. He's not insane into GUI though. He's not great into any of these two. In general, I think that a character that can counter the best character in the game is really good, but a character that doesn't really hold up on many other aspects, like an archer, but instead of well, losing the Maglar matchup by a bit, by a little bit. He wins that matchup significantly. I think that makes a big change, obviously, like plus four entire placements. But I think that's enough. I honestly think Meta Knight is not that good. I honestly think Meta Knight and Bar are some of the most overrated characters in the game. I'm gonna say that. Afterwards, we get into the almost solos. I mean, almost top three. I'd say that. No, but like almost, almost broken. I mean, they are broken. They are broken. Uh, big meta. Yeah, I'm gonna say big meta because these characters are really good. Really, really good. Like they have big, big strengths, in my opinion. I'm gonna start with what I believe to be the worst one, Yo-Yo. It's definitely not by a big gap though, because I honestly think Yo-Yo is really strong. The thing is, the only actual character that's stopping him from being S tier is Magalor. That's it. Because if it was actually possible for Yo-Yo to beat Magalor, he'd be S tier. Like he literally would be S tier. Point. Like period. This character would. This character has the ability to keep away the opponents, like many opponents. He's able to beat tons of characters that would be good. He's able to go well into so many characters because like back then I thought, oh, this character loses to Bell like -2, and that's why he isn't as good. But no, this character is really good. He's really strong. Uh, because he just it's almost even, not even, but almost. Yo-Yo only loses very slightly, and Wrestler, he's definitely able to fight Wrestler too. It's not an impossible matchup. For Gooey, I'm pretty sure he'd go even or something. And for Meta Knight, just straight up wins. War would be good. Ninja wins. Not horrible into fighter, honestly. All he needs is like some sort of plats, and he can usually bend the flats. And even then, he'd still be able to approach fighter pretty well. Archer, Archer and Cut. Archer, he would be good against Archer. Pretty decent. Not insane, but good. Into Cutter, it would be difficult, but I don't think it's horrible. I think it's still possible for Yo-Yo. As for Bomb, he's incredible into Bomb, and he's also incredible into characters like DDD. He's incredible into other potentially mid tiers and low tiers. He's good into all of those. He's incredible into all of those, as a matter of fact. And even though Water and characters like Water like are potentially great into the low tiers as well. I think I think honestly that it's just not that important because it's bad matches, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as Yo-Yo destroys all of these. Like Yo-Yo's kind of +2 in general against all of these. What is like +1? There's some +2s, of course, but Yo-Yo also has some +3s or something close to that. Yo-Yo in general is just +2s everyone here, and I think that's a big strength, even though most people underrate that strength since there's many low tiers in the meta. I think that shouldn't be underrated. Afterwards, I'm gonna place Bell. Honestly, hot take that I've always had, this character's fourth. Because think about this with me. What matchups does he significantly lose other than Wrestler? He doesn't lose anything. Like, he loses to these two, but it's -1. It's very slight. And all the other matchups, he just wins outside of Bomb, which is even. Like, literally everything else. Yo-Yo also had some slight losses like Cutter, like Water, like Wrestler once again, but it's not really anything important. I don't think, oh, my character slightly loses to like two characters, it's gonna place him lower. No, it isn't. So really, the only character that's here that's stopping him from being like S tier is once again Wrestler. Hold up, I think almost candidates for S tier. Almost candidates for S tier. Like honestly, Bell is really good. He's like he's just +2 so many characters here. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure +2s everyone here, other than I don't know, Beetle or something. Even that is still really bad for Beetle. I'm pretty sure he just plus twos everyone here. As for characters here, he also plus two Scutter, Meta Knight. Ninja doesn't plus two, but he plus ones all of these. And Yo-Yo too. So he's just in general a really strong character. Finally, we get into Wrestler, which I think is the last eight here. Uh, Honestly, this character is also really strong. Only character that's stopping him from being S tier is Maglar. It's the fact that it's a minus two. You might be thinking, oh, but Maglar also has a minus two matchup, which is Meta Knight. And that's a good point, but like, Maglar like plus freeze basically the entire cast. Like, it's really, really good because it deals. He's good into tons of characters here. Like he's just plus freeze, even characters in the A and B tiers. He's still plus freeze. He's a really strong character, and we could hardly say this is a minus two for a wrestler. It is like closer to minus 2.5. So really, I feel like Maglar is still really meta, even with that minus. Even with that minus two, he's still meta. He still destroys basically everyone in the meta. What I'd say for Wrestler is he's a really easy character. He beats so many other characters. He plus two spell. He plus three spell. I meant he plus two Meta Knight. He plus two Water. He plus two many characters. Oh, Archer, Cutter, some characters like that, and even plus ones most characters here or evens. Even beats Gooey, which is like a top tier threat, an insanely strong character. I think I think these characters are really strong. I think because of the fact that wrestler just counters half of these like by plus two is a really strong thing for him. He's basically the only character that's not in the S tier that can do that. But the fact that he just loses that badly to Magler is a really bad thing. And in general, I just don't think he deserves S tier yet. I need to see him like destroy a Magler for me to believe that he's S tier. Because for now, I just think that's really the only thing that's stopping him from being S tier. He's a really strong character, though. In my opinion, he's really annoying to beat. Like there's very few characters that actually beat wrestler, but I wouldn't say S tier because the characters in S tier are just completely broken. Let's get into the S tiers. Uh, Broken, or I could just say godlike. What the hell? Like these characters are just godlike. Let's start with Gooey. Let's just put them both here. Whatever. Like it really doesn't matter much. I think Gooey is just really good. Oh, Supplerim. I'm judging by meta game performance. Judging by meta performance. Magalar and Gui are really strong. Like Gui is this thing is that he only loses to wrestler. All other characters are like plus ones or something, plus twos. Heck, he even has plus threes. But the thing that I'm looking at is the fact that he wins against everyone but one character that he doesn't even lose badly to. Like he wins against everyone else, literally. And like I think that just really makes Gui really strong. The fact that he has no minus twos, probably the only character that happens to. Because I don't think any other character. I think all other characters actually have a minus two. This character just doesn't. I think Gui's like A tier. But the thing with Gui, the thing that makes Gui so strong, he's the only character in this game that has literally no invalidating matchups. Magalor has the invalidating matchup by Meta Knight, Meta Knight by Bell, Bell by Wrestler, Wrestler by Magalor, Yo-Yo also by Magalor, Warrior by Wrestler and Magalor, Ninja by Gui and Magalor, Fighter by Gui and Magalor. You get me. Like everyone just has some minus twos. Like Gui is like really, really strong, really broken. But I think he's not better than Magalore just for the simple fact that Magalore just plus frees everyone. Like I swear to God. He plus 2.5s or something wrestler. He just destroys these three. He also beats really easily Bomb. Uh And that's just in the top 12. Oh, as well as he destroys Yo-Yo. That's also a big strength. But that's just not it. That's not only it. He plus freeze like everyone here. There's like, I guess, Ben Kennedy or something that doesn't get plus freed by Maglor, but that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the only character that could get plus freed by Maglor. And maybe Beam, I guess, but not like anyone's gonna care since Beam absolutely sucks in this meta. Uh Everyone else is like really, really strong. Uh I think the uh, I think on the other side of the coin, I could see wrestler here because the thing is, wrestler beats the only character because this character would be just straight up top one if it wasn't for wrestler. Because if wrestler didn't exist, Gully would beat everyone. While everyone else has like a -2 matchup or something other than Bell, like if wrestler didn't exist, that is, Gooey would be top one because he doesn't even have events. Like maybe this character, but that's it. That's it. That's the one even matchup. That's his worst matchup. Like what he wins everything else. He would be beyond broken. Like a character that wins against everyone else, that's versatile to the point that he doesn't lose a -2, is really broken in my opinion. But the thing with wrestler is like he just wins against everyone and such an easy character too. Because unlike these two, you actually don't need to have a brain to think with this character. Like you don't need to use your brain with this character. Like I know every for a fact every wrestler main has a brain, but they don't use him to play this character. They don't. They use him to play some other counter pick like Meta Knight. Like they don't use wrestler they don't use their brain for wrestler. And the fact that this character is still so hard to counter. Like you have Magalor, but Magalor is really difficult. And not every wrestler just loses to a bad Magalor. And Bomb is even more difficult. This character is stupidly strong. Like it's really this character is really strong in my opinion, honestly. Like I'm not really sure if I want to place him in S tier or A tier. I'm not really sure whether one, but I'd say this character is truly godlike. Like I just think he's a unlike these two, I think he's an actual candidate for S tier. Like he's such a hard character to counter. And Lane Poyo just comes in and says, "Oh, just pick Magalor." Yeah, like I'm gonna play Magalor like repair or something. It's like I'm gonna have a chance. Like because if wrestler can beat everyone in the cast just by being brain dead. Imagine if they tried using a brain. Like they use 5% of their brain and where it's over, bro. It's over. Like you can the only character they can play as is like really strong Magalore. That's the one character can play as. So I'm pretty sure just wrestler yeah, wrestler's S tier. Honestly, wrestler's S tier. I don't think better than Gui yet because Gui is really broken. But wrestler S tier, honestly. Wrestler's just S tier. I think this is probably my top 12. Like, but I also mentioned that I wanted to add more characters here. So, what I'm gonna do, I definitely think this is my top 5. This is just enclosed. Like, hold up, look out, like, almost can that's for S tier. Almost S tier. Just say almost S tier. Like almost S tier. Or almost godlike. That also serves. Almost godlike. DLC. Because even though this is a supposed B tier, this is still really broken. This is still really broken. Really broken characters we have here. And yes, I totally think Meta Knight's same tier as Archer. This tier is so close together. I feel like most people would also include Yo-Yo and Bell in the B tier here, like and even wrestler. Sometimes I see that. The thing is, I just think these characters have significantly stronger strengths than these two. Because if you eliminated Bell from the game, Meta Knight wouldn't go into the S tier, in my opinion. Because you still have Wrestler to deal with. You still have Gooey to deal with. You still have Yo, you still have Cutter. You still have Ninja. Even though it isn't, none of them are really bad matchups. You still need to deal with tons of characters. These two wouldn't. Like they would need to deal with them, sure, but it's definitely easier than with Meta Knight, in my opinion. And I feel like Meta Knight just hasn't proven anything for a long, long time. So I'd say these beaters are all really close. I definitely think Meta Knight's better than Archer, obviously, and I think Meta Knight's better than all of these. But in general, Ninja has proven that he's better. I'd say he's same tier as these two makes sense. I wouldn't say Ninja is same tier as these two. That's I wouldn't say that. But Ninja is still really strong. It's all over matchups though, because when you really think about matchups, these two definitely stand out. Like they plus two or plus three everyone here, while these characters are just fighting against all of these and like getting plus ones, some plus twos. No, these characters just straight up plus two, plus three, everything. Like what the hell? Uh, and really, these characters also do that, so they are almost godlike. They're mini godlike. They're mini godlike. Like you definitely gonna have difficulty fighting against these characters. They're mini godlike. Like DLC, small meta. I'd say mini DLC. Mini DLC, honestly. Mini DLC. Because they are really strong, anyways. Like, these two are still really strong. They definitely have their own, like, uh, have their strong matchups. Have their few strong matchups. I feel like they aren't. Yeah, I think honestly, I'm just gonna say top 10 here. Whoops. And I'm gonna say like, hold up. I'm gonna divide this tier here because I think the C tier isn't really that strong, you know? I just don't think these C tier characters are that strong. Uh, what else would I place here, honestly? I'd say I don't think about that much here. I'll think about the other characters. I'll say upper, then like uh mid. Hold up to lower because this is the low tier, and this right here is going to be the bottom tier. Bottom tier, the bottom tier. Yeah, for now, let me just get this first part done, this bottom tier. As I said already, I think Hammer and Staff are the worst characters in the game. I've explained so much times this week already that I don't want to repeat, to just explain again. They are just completely garbage. You lose all matchups. As for Artist, I feel like he wins one important matchup, Bandanity, but that's it. That's the only reason you play him. And like, if you're playing to counter Bandanity, then what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? The all other characters just can't just start counter Bandanity. So it doesn't really matter. Like it just doesn't help him. Like what? You're gonna tell me that he goes well into any of these characters? He doesn't. Like he definitely doesn't. As for the next character, I think Beam, honestly. But the difference for Beam is like Beam is Beam is good because he beats TDD, and he also goes well into Beetle. That's two actually important matchups that not every character is able to beat. So you might actually have a use for Beam. But the problem is that like for two matchups, why care? Why care for two matchups? This character isn't even versatile. It's probably just about, oh, I'm gonna pick him on this stage in specific because that thing also happens to these two. So I strongly think Beam is still bottom tier. Like I don't think he's low tier. Even if we take Beetle out of the low tier, I still don't think so, or hardly think so. I definitely don't think he's higher than any character in the low and mid tiers. Though I'll come back to this, maybe I don't really know, because the fact that Beam beats Diddy and Beetle is pretty decent, but I don't actually think he beats Beetle. Hold up, because Beetle isn't actually slow, so you can catch up to him when he lands. So I don't think Beam is actually good into Beetle, but he's good into DDD. He's good into DDD. Poyo said so, but that isn't the only reason I'm saying that. It's because like DDD is just way too slow to approach Beam sometimes, so it's actually difficult to beat him with. But I'm pretty sure good DDD mains would find a way of beating Beam. Because remember, we also fought back then that Beam won versus Bomb, Beam won versus Beetle, Beam won versus some other character. But then when they actually got fame and started being played, they hard countered Beam. So like I'm pretty sure we just don't care for Beam now. Like this character should be bottom tier in my opinion. Like you just if it keeps going on, if this cycle keeps going, Beam is never going to get any fame. Even on his moment of fame that everyone plays him, everyone's just gonna be counterpicking him with their own characters, and nobody's gonna be able to. No Beam is gonna actually be able to stand. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this character is bottom tier. Anyways, on to the next characters in the low tier. Honestly, Sword and Bandanity. I mean, I want the reason I'm ranking them together is because like they're so close in the meta that I might actually place one of Sword above Identity. And looking at this, let's just make a quick comparison. Hold up, let me take this away. Okay. When we make a comparison, Sword absolutely stinks into these two. Absolutely. But other than that, oh, and Yo-Yo too. He also sucks into Yo-Yo. Other than that, not really horrible matchups. Oh, and Fighter too. I forgot about that. I'm forgetting about so many matchups actually now that I realize it. But yeah, he isn't bad. He isn't horrible into these two. He isn't horrible into Meta Knight, Water. I don't think he's horrible into Water. I'm not really sure though. He might be. Uh, Ninja, not that bad. Not that bad into Bomb. Pretty sure he isn't that bad into Bomb. He's actually difficult to fight for with Bomb. And even into these characters. Oh, he definitely wins against Bandanity. By the way, he wins into these two, I think. No, not DDD. Yeah, he doesn't win against DDD. He doesn't win against either of these actually. But he goes well into them. He goes well into them. I'm pretty sure the main disagreement that me and Poyo have, other than this part of the tier list, is probably like, oh, Sword beats DDD. No, it doesn't, says Poyo, and then I say, oh no, this character can fight DDD for sure. Stuff like that. Anyways, the next character, I'd say, because Ben Danity is actually able to fight everyone here, but it's always bad. This is like minus two. This is minus two. This is minus two. This is minus two. I'm pretty sure as well. I think this is also minus two. Yeah, there's a lot of minus two, but it's never minus three. I don't think that's an excuse to place him lower. Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, that's not an excuse to place him higher in Sword. That's really not an excuse. Because when we really think about it, if Sword had the same fame that Bendendi has, I'd say Sword would probably be better than Bendendi. Not by a significant margin for sure, because Sword also loses to everything. But like he would still be good. I'm pretty sure the reason I placed Bendendi so high in the first place is again the same reasons that I placed Hammer higher than usual back in my 2024 days. Trauma from getting beaten by that character with a really strong one, that type of thing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Bandana isn't going to Bell, and I'm just tweaking on that because it probably isn't. Anyways, I'll get into the next characters. I think the order of these characters is obvious. I think this is the clear order. I just don't know in which tiers I want to let them in. Uh, I'll be looking at each character because I think Beat could go here. Whip could because like he's horrible into these two, but other than that, he's not really bad into anyone. I'm pretty sure he only loses to Gui because of Tong. Like I'm pretty sure he only loses to Gui because of Tong. He's not bad into Ninja, not bad into Wrestler. Into Yo-Yo, he is bad. He's bad into Yo-Yo. Meta Knight not bad. Water not bad. Ninja not bad. Fighter, I'm pretty sure he is bad into fighter, but not horrible. And once again, we can't forget that bomb also has like almost the same amount of characters that he loses to. Once again, bomb loses badly into these two, badly into yo-yo. Pretty sure he's bad into bad into fighter. He's bad into a good chunk of characters too. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not difficult. Unless you're Poyo, it's not difficult to fight Bomb. Like, unless you main these two, it's not really difficult to fight Bomb. Yeah, and even with other characters like Meta Knight, it's not that horrible. It's not that bad. Uh, but yeah, I'm pretty sure is Whip decent from Cutter? Because Cutter sure beats the characters lower than him. Maybe not Whip directly, maybe not Parasol, maybe not DDD. Yeah, honestly. He beats Beetle, I think. I'm pretty sure he beats Beetle. Out of these ones, it doesn't really matter which ones he beats, honestly. He might beat Whip, I'm not really sure. But once again, into the characters higher, he's not insane either. Archer's clearly better at that. Even in the runaway in the one-on-one, I'm pretty sure Archer would still win. And he's bad into water, he's bad into wrestling, he's bad into bell, he's bad into tons of characters. He isn't even win many other matchups. Uh, he's good into these three, which is really why I'm placing Cutter high. But I don't think because he still gets countered easily. What about whipping to bell? Whipping to bell sucks, bro. Whip to bell's like -3 for whip. It's like literally -3 for whip. Because like if you think whip is gonna outrange Bell's bell block. I mean, he outranges the main bell block, but it definitely doesn't outrange power shield. He definitely doesn't on any attack. He doesn't outrange bell per power shield on any bell block. So the moment that he approaches, you know it's time to bell block. So whip isn't really doing anything against Bell. If it's not -3, it's like -2 or something. But it's still really bad for Whip. So it's not a matchup that you want to touch on. But I don't think it's bad enough for this. I think let me just see. And I'm gonna eliminate this mid tier. I don't really care about this. It's gonna be low tier D or something. It's gonna be something like F tier. I mean, because like Cutter and Bomb are good, but I think Whip is also good. Whip is really dangerous at times. Uh, Whip is definitely dangerous sometimes. He's really dangerous to deal with, but like, uh, Parasol is also really good, by the way. Parasol's approach is really strong sometimes. He's definitely annoying to beat with some characters. Definitely annoying. I feel like yeah, Parasol has some really bad matchups, but oftentimes it isn't horrible for Parasol. I mean, you still have these two, Bomb and Ninja, you still have those. But in general, I'm pretty sure Parasol will be able to beat a few characters. It'd still be pretty decent. Uh, yeah, I think honestly, hold up. Let me do this. Because I honestly think this tier is just bad, honestly. These are horrible, these are bad. Because like even though they're viable, I just eh, I still think they're bad. Because when you really think about it, they still don't win any matchups. Like he's in his rightful place. Yeah, staff sucks. Staff sucks in this meta. I mean, like staff just deals. Staff just has so many weaknesses. It's horrible. Anyways, honestly, DDD Beetle, not really sure. Wait, no, Beetle lower than DDD. Beetle lower than DDD. DDD deals so like DDD deals a ton of damage, a crap ton. He sucks into these two. He sucks into Gooey. He sucks into Yo-Yo. He's bad into Meta Knight as well. Water, not so horrible into water. Even Wrestler isn't really good for DD. DD is the most is the most one that gets irritated by matchups because he gets beaten by a ton of characters. He's kind of like Ninja, but worse. He's Ninja isn't at all bad, but stuff is horrible in multiple situations and matchups. It's like stuff is all that bad. Stuff is definitely all that bad. He doesn't have any actual matchups that he wins. Like stuff is that bad. Stuff just sorta. I mean, stuff just sorta doesn't have actual game. He doesn't have an aerial ground game. He doesn't have anything to fight with. Uh, he's ninja but big. Oh yeah, DDD's ninja but big. The problem is being big is bad in fighting games. Because like being big just means that he's slower and has a bigger hurt box. And Ninja doesn't have and he doesn't have a counter like Ninja. Other than that, he's easier, which is good. But I think a ninja like that is pretty strong. It is pretty strong ninja. Maybe like this honestly, because like I mean, I'm not really sure how I wanna order this. Honestly, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it. Let's just leave it like this. I really don't care. I mean, this whole thing is ordered anyways. Tell that to Rob Mains in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Lamau. uh, I feel like these characters is like, uh, because I think even though these characters are all in different types of metas, like all in different levels, they share one thing in common. They're viable, but they suck. Uh, viable but suck. Uh, fully ordered with huge gaps between them. Uh, unviable in in any scenario. Yeah, I would risk saying that Beam is unviable in any scenario. I would risk saying that honestly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this part here is definitely done. This D tier is also done. I'm not gonna care for the C tier. We all know where the gaps are. We know that this is the gap. We know that this is a gap. Like we know that this is a gap. 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 We know everything about this. We all know that this is like mid to low tiers. It's not like it matters. I think this is actually the meta. Like literally. I unironically think this is the meta. Because like I feel like I've already ordered what I wanted to order. Like I think we all should agree on this like on this not necessarily but like yeah these are is my top 10. This is my top 10 tier list. Hold up, let me live with like top 10 like I want to order this like this. uh Others. I think I'm gonna order it differently for this version here. It's gonna be like, hold up. I think I'm gonna order this a bit differently actually. Hold up. Whoopsies. I think I'm gonna order this differently. One, I'm gonna order them on literal things like this, unviable in any scenario. I'm gonna order them on numbers just cause like, why not? Anyways, Sword and Bandanity would be the second worst. Whoopsies. Whoopsie daisy. I think these would still be the worst ones because, like, they are viable, yes, but like, viable. viable and versatile, but lose most matchups. Because out of the matchups that these two win, they are really strong on those. Uh, free strong strong when they aren't losing, but lose many moves. Strong when they are losing but lose many moves is a good definition for these. I mean, we could even put this here. We could even put these two here because, like, Sword and Bandanity, where they aren't losing significantly, they are definitely strong. They are definitely strong when they aren't losing significantly. Pretty sure that. Hold up, two. Let me place these two here because I'm pretty sure, like, the thing with Parasol is like the with the thing with these two is like they are especially strong when they aren't losing. These all of these characters are especially strong when they aren't losing. I think that's sort of what makes them good. That's what really makes them good. That Beetle deals more. Beetle has good potential into many characters. DDD could be here, but then Beetle would be here too. Like in my opinion, because Beetle is also really strong in many matchups. Like the matchups that DDD doesn't lose to, I'm pretty sure that Beetle also doesn't really do badly into, because both of the characters do really badly into these two, into these four, these three, and this one. Oh, and Yo-Yo too, but like that's better for Beetle. As for Wrestler, they can both beat him, but DD is better on that. Meta Knight, they both can beat them. Warrior, they both can beat him. Ninja, DD can't beat him, but Beetle can. Archer, Beetle can beat him, but DD could. This one is clear that DD is better on that. Bomb, I mean, both of them are bad into him. I feel like Beetle would be a bit better, I think. Not really sure though. As for Whip, I mean, Whip is bad into him. Dizzy would also be bad, but not as bad. Parasol, Beetle is better because he wins that matchup. So I'm pretty sure they are together, honestly. They are together. I think Beetle is worse, but they are together. They are in the same tier, in my opinion. And as for Parasol, Parasol is bad into these two. Yo-Yo, bad into Yo-Yo, horrible into these two. Water, Wrestler, Gooey, eh. Meta Knight, okay, it's an okay matchup. And as for like Fighter is it's actually good. It's actually good. Archer, Cutter are really good for Parasol. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Parasol is the same thing. When it's an actually strong matchup, it's good. Like when it's actually strong for Parasol, it's good for Parasol, but it's like not really good. Uh, Whip, like I mean, Whip loses to these two badly. Yo-Yo as well. Uh, also not so great into these two. Okay, they are okay into these two, but not incredible. Uh, Whip is good into Meta Knight. Decent into War, I'm not really sure though. Uh, good into Ninja, I think. Not so great into Fighter. Good into good into Archer, but bad into Cutter, and bad into Bomb, because I feel like these two are still slightly superior. Let me say these are C tier. Uh, they're strong when they're losing. These definitely are. Whoopsies. Let me just. Uh huh. Like that. Jesus Christ! It still is no confusion and a half. Oh my god. Oh my god. F but lose when they aren't losing signif honestly have viable and versatile but lose um viable and versatile even though they lose all moves or almost. And yeah, this is just unviable in any scenario. They just lose everything. I think this is probably my list. Uh, Cutter and Bomb is like Cutter is bad into a couple of characters, but he's really strong into some. These three is really strong matchups. He also is decent into a couple of others. I feel like he's clearly superior to these characters. Bomb as well. Bomb loses these two. Pray badly. Also doesn't go well into Yo-Yo. Uh, but he also is pretty strong into many other characters. Oh, he also sucks into a fighter. It could go either way, honestly, but they are better. They are better. They're definitely better, honestly. Uh, Hold up. I suppose for godlike, S tier for mini godlike, A tier for DLC, and then it actually looks good. This becomes a B tier. Win some moves. Win a couple moves. Honestly, win some, lose some. I think that's the definition of these characters. Win some, lose some. Strong when they are losing, but lose many matchups. It's probably definition. Win when few lose tons. Honestly, no. When few lose tons is this. When few uh gray area of bad. Gray area of bad and viable in any scenario. I think that's probably it. Gray area of bad. Oh wait, I was doing. Yeah, honestly, this is it. This is it. This has to be it. Like, this is definitely my tier list currently. Because, like, these characters definitely have some winning matchups, and they are definitely strong on some scenarios. But, like, these characters are clearly better. Not significantly, but clearly better. As for the lower tier characters, they are still not bad, not horrible. They're bad, but they're not horrible. So like better than just bad, the just gray area of bad. These are like even worse than the gray area of bad. They are really bad. Uh like unviable. Yeah, just bad. Uh Decent, good, really good, uh, excellent, and great. Yeah, I think that's it for the tier list. Honestly, thank you for anyone that has watched this. Thanks for anyone that gave a like. And honestly, I think I'm just ending the stream. This has gone for way too long. I still here like 59 minutes just speaking. So yeah. Anyways, y'all. Thank you for watching.